There is a Tumblr user out there called Mrfriend123. Little is known about the person who manages or managed this blog, and it is unknown if this blogger is even active anymore. But for a while, the blogger would post these bizarre and rather disturbing videos on their page. Each video contained imagery that can only be described as something from the depths of a depraved mind. On this person's blog is a cryptic message that reads, "What you are viewing is something that does not exist. It is something that cannot be found, and it is something that cannot be lost. It was created to show you what is happening. It was created to make you understand. It was created simply because it was. But their reasons are there. All the reasons are hidden in these videos. Hidden messages, hidden clues." These sentences repeat over and over before the message finally concludes with, "You are looking for the woods while you are sitting in the tree." Here is a mirror selfie of who is believed to be Mrfriend123. However, the identity of the person is hidden by a BDSM latex suit. At one point, people reported that Mrfriend123 would send them weird messages. Here is an example of the type of messages this Tumblr user would send to people. "Where am I?" This blog promotes sensual feelings. "Let temptation in. I worship you." It is also unknown as to where these videos were filmed. Some videos appear to have been shot inside an industrial warehouse, while others were taken in what looks to be an isolated farmhouse in the country. There is also a pair of freaky mannequin legs that reoccur within the videos. For example, one video shows the legs lying on a mattress, while another video depicts the legs in front of a concrete wall. Some videos only show country roads in the middle of nowhere being filmed through a car window, and although it appears that the driver enters what looks to be a gloomy, isolated town, nobody has yet been able to identify the area. Within these short videos that run between 1 to 2 minutes are individuals that cannot be identified because they are wearing masks. After searching through Mrfriend123's blog, the only post that gives any indication of who or what they are is a doodle that closely resembles these two people and are simply called Bird and Bag. Below the drawing is a note that reads, "They are following me. They will not stop. I have gotten used to them. I want this gone. I cannot sleep. I have tried. They do not do. They do not do. But they linger. They are following me. They will not stop. I want to die. Pass this on. I need help." Bird is featured in a video that depicts a dilapidated house in the woods. The person holding the camera walks to the front porch, and the door to the house slowly opens by itself. When the cameraman is done exploring the dark and unsettling house, they leave. But before turning the camera off, they turn the recording towards a window and show Bird looking straight into the camera. The only distinctive feature that is known about this person is a tattoo on their chest. Bag is seen in 2 videos. In the first video, they can be seen sitting in what appears to be a room that once belonged to a child and seductively pets a stuffed mouse. In the other video, which features a small glimpse of Bird, Bag is seen performing what seems like a ritual in an open field behind a barn. In this same recording, the barn door can be seen opening and closing on its own. Many bloggers in the Tumblr community have come up with different theories surrounding this blog and the mystery of its origin. A serial killer theory claims that Mrfriend123 is a murderer who has an obsession with mannequins, and that the industrial basement area, as seen in the 2 Legs videos, is his own fantasy world where he takes his victims. But this doesn't explain how Bird and Bag come into all this, which makes the next theory rather interesting and more fitting. A cult theory states that the masked figures are a part of a cult that are filming their ritualistic practices and conducted seances. As to what they are trying to contact, that is completely unknown. A psychic theory suggests that the videos are not even part of this world, but were created through a mind power called Nensha, or better known to English speakers as thoughtography, or projected thermography, or nengraphy. This ability means to psychically burn images from one's mind onto surfaces, or even into the minds of others. Could it be that the person who created this blog has the power of Nensha? A ghost theory says that the videos are documenting spirits or demons. And finally, a hoax theory claims this is all a joke. However, if it is a hoax, the fact that somebody took the time to film these videos and stay active to a dark obsession is still rather scary. This also raises questions as to who this person is and why they have absorbed their life's mission to creating the Mrfriend123 blog. The mystery of Mrfriend123 has still not been solved. It appears as though the blogger has made recent posts. The man wearing the BDSM mask, who is believed to be behind all of this, uploaded a new selfie, along with 2 new videos. The Tumblr user has posted another message that reads, "They are appearing, and there are clues. Clues in these videos that serve as evidence. Proof that others can be contacted. The answers are there. You're just not looking hard enough." This message is written over and over again before closing with, "The frequency is in the eye of the beholder. Thank you." In the latest videos uploaded, one is filmed in what appears to be an old house. The person holding the camera enters the front door and, unlike the decrepit house where Bird can be witnessed in the window, it is not run down. It is a gorgeous, vacant home with antique furniture. The filming proceeds to a bedroom where a styrofoam head can be seen laying on a pillow. The head reappears in the next video, which takes place at nightfall. The cameraman explores the empty home at night to discover that they are not alone. A mysterious and eerie figure that one Tumblr user refers to as No Head can be seen throughout this clip remaining in the shadows. In this nearly 2-minute long recording, the individual holding the camera enters a dining room where glimpses of No Head are recorded. Before the camera shuts off, it captures footage of the styrofoam head sitting on the table with an odd symbol pinned to it. The symbol looks to be a combination of the Mercury and Earth signs. Tumblr users have reported that the blogger is still sending odd messages, such as, "You are in the woods. Where are you going? Touch yourself for me. Can you see them?" People who suggest the serial killer theory say the home belongs to someone the murderer has killed. The styrofoam head is just another one of his fantasy figures. However, this doesn't answer how No Head comes into the picture, which makes some people believe these videos are providing evidence of spirits or ghouls. Others theorize that this is the work of a secret, dark society whose members are trying to show the world something. These same bloggers also say the message pinned to the styrofoam head is their cult symbol. One blogger discusses the recordings and says they are a part of a parallel spirit world, and the videos are being projected to the living world. Also, as mentioned before, skeptics still argue that it is all a joke or a scary art project. But if the final theory is true, what is the point of all of this? What is Mrfriend123 trying to show us? The Mrfriend123 page has been gaining more awareness, and more people have been trying to figure out exactly what this blog is about. The person who runs this page posted another cryptic message that reads, "Can you see it? Can you see what is happening? Can you see them? Can you see what they are trying to contact?" Ask yourself this question: is there more than one side to every story? And if so, what side are you on? These questions, like the other messages, repeat numerous times before closing with, "It's getting closer. You just have to keep searching." But what makes this message stand out from the other ones is that Mrfriend123 has dropped what appears to be a first and direct clue. Between the lines of this text, in a very light, subtle font, reads the words, "The answer is in the televisions." After posting this clue, the blogger uploaded yet another video that seems darker and more disturbing than the previous ones. In this recording, the person holding the camera explores a rather unnerving house that is believed to belong to an old woman. This 1 minute and 40-second clip features a deer head that has been mounted to the wall of the house and a door that slams by itself. However, this is just the beginning of what is followed by a truly disturbing encounter with another masked figure that one Brazilian Tumblr user refers to as Whiteface. Whiteface can be seen throughout the video lurking in the shadows and standing outside the windows of the house. But as the video progresses, the cameraman runs to a bathroom and shuts the door. When inside the room, they turn the recording to a shower curtain to show Whiteface peeking from behind it. When the person holding the camera pulls the shower curtain open, the masked figure quickly vanishes. The scene cuts to a bedroom where an old woman off-camera can be heard humming the religious song of "Jesus Loves Me." Inside this room is an antique makeup stand with a large mirror. Oddly enough, the person with the recording device cannot be seen in the reflection. On the far right is a television that is tuned to a static channel. The camera slowly turns to reveal a short glimpse of Whiteface lying on a bed before they disappear. Before the camera turns off, it zooms into the snowy static on the TV screen. After uploading this video, Mrfriend123 sent several bloggers a message that reads, "Love to virgin, virgin to touch, touch to taste, taste to sex, sex to slut, slut to hate." When Mercury aligns with Earth, the meaning to all of this will be known. 5 of them with 5 points. One without the others cannot complete what is happening. This will help you understand. The most popular theory about the Mrfriend123 blog is that this is the work of some dark, obscure cult. The next one being ghosts and demons. The most debunked theory, however, is that Mrfriend123 is a serial killer. Nevertheless, there are many people who still suggest that this is the footage of a homicidal maniac a European blogger who is asked to remain anonymous, says that we are viewing a parallel world that exists between our world and another dark, more sinister universe, and points out that televisions reoccur throughout these videos. The same blogger goes on to explain that the TV screens are portals to not only our world, but other alternate areas between space and time. Could this be what Mrfriend123 means by "the answer is in the televisions"? While some people believe that this is all an elaborate joke, questions about this person's mental state are being asked. Is this the downward spiral of someone who has taken a hoax too far? And if so, how much further can one person descend? As to where these videos have been shot, ranges from Oregon to New England to the southern parts of the United States. However, the exact location is still unknown. Since this article was last updated, Mrfriend123 had uploaded 2 new videos with another bizarre message that repeats these sentences. They are a friend in the dark, and then they are the darkness. They do not, but they are here. Can you see what they are doing? Can you see which side they are on? The message eventually ends with, "This is it. The sequence is almost complete." The first of the 2 videos that were recently uploaded shows a room, and on the far wall is old photographs of children taken in the 1960s. The faces of these children appear to have been marked, and surrounding them is the Mercury/Earth symbol that can be seen in the other videos. The recording then turns and films through a second-story window and captures Bird staring up into the camera. He can be seen for a second before vanishing. The cameraman exits this room and enters another room that is revealed to be the one where Bag was previously filmed petting the stuffed mouse. However, the room is much dirtier and vandalized. The camera turns to a static television where there is a note taped to the screen that reads, "Can you see?" The person recording opens another door and turns the camera to a staircase, where a brief glimpse of Bird walking up the stairs can be seen. The cameraman quickly shuts the door, but it is no use as it opens on its own. Before the recording turns off, Bird can be seen sitting on a bed before he teleports directly in front of the lens. 2 days later, the next video was uploaded and has been described by one Tumblr user as the epitome of disturbing. This recording starts off in front of a wooden door, and a faint voice off camera quickly whispers, "Love to virgin, virgin to touch, touch to taste, taste to sex, sex to slut, slut to hate." The person holding the camera opens the door and enters a dark bedroom where there are lit candles. After a few seconds, the lights in this room turn on and off and reveal an unconscious, half-naked woman spread out on a filthy mattress. On this woman's leg is a marking of the Mercury/Earth symbol. As the light in this room continues to flicker, Bird can be seen slowly rising from the shadows with a knife and positioning himself over the woman in both sexual and ritualistic poses. Before the camera shuts off, the woman can be seen sitting upright with a black hood over her head. She is catatonic as Bird puts his arms around her. The masked figure makes these horrific non-human sounds and begins to choke the woman. The flickering light goes out and turns back on to reveal both the woman and bird have vanished. After this video was published, several Tumblr users received an obscure message that read, "Have you figured it out? Pleasure is the key. Nothing can stop this." A Tumblr user made a post explaining her theory about this blog. She writes, "I personally feel that both the serial killer and ghost theory are true. Mrfriend123 has been saying for the longest time that they are trying to show us something, and that they are trying to contact something. This brings me to the conclusion that the beings in these videos, bird, bag, no head, white face, etc., are the spirits of a crazed serial killer's victims, and that they are showing us where they were murdered. These spirits are trapped and are trying to contact us for help. I believe that room in the mannequin legs video is where the killer lives, and the mattress is where he abuses people before killing them. Each house and location presented throughout these videos is where the murderer abducted them before taking the victims back to his dark chamber. Whoever is recording these videos is either A, the killer, the man wearing the BDSM mask, or B, another victim. If the first theory is true, then the footage presented is the murderer revisiting his crime scenes and being haunted by his past discretion. However, if the second statement is true, then we are looking through the eyes of someone who has already died. The whole video series serves as a dark map as to where the killer is hiding. This would explain why there are clues. The Mercury and Earth symbol is the killer's calling card. Another blogger, who wishes to keep their username private, writes, "The masked people in the Mrfriend123 videos are the members of an underground society who possess supernatural powers. This includes teleportation, invisibility, and the ability to contact other worlds. I also believe that they are trying to summon a higher deity to strengthen their powers. As to what god they are trying to reach is unknown." But what is really odd is that the person who managed the Mrfriend123 blog says, "The sequence is almost complete." What could they possibly mean by that? What is the purpose of all this? 2 more videos have been posted to the Mrfriend123 page with a message that reads, "They exist with it, and they have seen what it does. They are becoming one with it, and with it they can see. Can you see? Do you understand?" Like the previous messages the blogger has posted, the lines read over and over again. However, they stop with this sentence: "It's close, and the meaning to this will soon be evident." The recordings depict a time-worn farmhouse from the early 1900s. What makes these videos odd is that although it looks like nobody lives in the house, the electricity is fully functioning. The cameraman enters through a window in the first video and comes across 2 people who, like the other masked figures, cannot be identified. One of them is a female. Covering her head is a sack, and she can be seen kneeling at the end of a dark hallway, as if she is worshipping something. Only glimpses of this woman can be seen before she vanishes. The second figure, which appears briefly in the video with the female, can be seen outside the front door window and in different parts of the house. It is a large man wearing a black robe and a leather hood. As the recording proceeds, the camera shakes violently when the hooded man is seen standing in a doorway. It is said that if one listens closely, they can hear the dark figure muttering a chant in a language that cannot be identified. Tumblr users have named the female servant and the male master. Some people say the figures appearing in these videos are a group of demons ascending from hell, and claim that the person recording them has a supernatural ability to communicate with them. If this is true, what are they trying to show the world? Are they trying to collect souls? One blogger who believes in the cult theory says that Master is the leader of a dark society, or the high priest of some religion, and that servant is his right hand. But do they connect to the other masked people in the other videos? If so, are Bird, Bag, Whiteface, and No Head in association with their cult? A new theory among many is that the person posting these videos is a child abductor. The belief stems from the fact that there are pictures of children nailed to a wall and the visible stuffed animals that can be seen throughout these recordings. If this is correct, where are the children and what are they being used for? What does Mrfriend123 mean when they say, "The truth will soon be evident"? Will there be answers to what this blogger is trying to tell us? At this time, there have been no other selfies of the man wearing the BDSM suit uploaded to the Tumblr page. On September 8th, 2015, Mrfriend123 deleted their page. Why the page was removed is unknown, leaving many people on the internet clueless. However, before the blog was deleted, there were 2 final videos posted along with a scanned letter and body selfie of the man wearing the latex suit. The identity of this man is still not known, seeing as his face is cropped out. The letter that was posted has all of the text marked out, except the words, "contacting us," and "please." On the page is also the name of the Greek god Dionysus, and the words, "sequence complete," written backwards. In the next to the last video, the cameraman records himself driving, and all that can be seen is the dark road ahead, illuminated by headlights. In the background, a static radio station can be heard, but other than that, nothing eventful happens for almost 3 minutes. Before the camera cuts off, it cuts to a dark screen for 20 seconds as the radio can still be heard in the background. Finally, the video uploaded before the blog was shut down shows the cameraman walk through what appears to be a garden during nightfall. In this garden is a small angel statue, and the Mercury/Earth symbols reappear 3 times. The person recording walks up the steps to the front door of a house that is believed to have been featured in the Whiteface/Deerhead video. Before entering through the threshold, the door to the house bangs violently before opening on its own. When the cameraman enters, they explore around the dark house with a flashlight. In this recording is a masked figure holding a huge stuffed rabbit. Tumblr users have named this individual Teeth due to the disturbing expression on the mask that looks like razor-sharp teeth. Another thing that makes this person scary is that their eyes behind the disguise look to be pitch black or hollow. Teeth lurks around the shadows for the remainder of the video before letting out a demonic-sounding snarl and attacking the camera. It is unknown what happens next because the camera falls to the floor and is left recording in silence for 3 minutes before shutting off. After uploading these videos and shutting the page down, Mrfriend123 sent several bloggers a message that simply read, "You now see what been happening. Continue to touch yourself." Members of the Tumblr community are still questioning the meaning of this blog. There is a fan base claiming that they see and understand what Mrfriend123 was trying to tell them. However, nobody can give an exact explanation for this bizarre phenomenon, which raises the following questions. Was this the footage of a maniac? Was this a cyber documentation of spirits and demons? Is it possible the videos were showing the rituals of a cult? Was Mrfriend123 an elaborate joke that got out of hand? Most people have come to the conclusion that the videos were filmed in the Carolinas, but it has not been clarified if this is true. While the answers surrounding this blog seem to be lost in the great unknown, the footage of Mrfriend123 can still be found on YouTube and different areas of the internet. Since the blogger closed their page, there has still not been any clear indication of what this Tumblr blog was about. There is, however, more background information that has surfaced. A feminist blogger states that at one time, Mrfriend123 was originally a simple page that posted photographs of only mannequins and mattresses. She goes on to say that there were some other posts from other Tumblr users that were mutual followers. But what's strange is that each one of these bloggers mysteriously deleted their accounts one by one ever since the cyber investigation of Mrfriend123 began. This user, who was asked to remain anonymous, wrote in a message, "What I find odd is that the people Mrfriend123 reblogged, some images were from bloggers whose page didn't really have a coherent meaning. Usually you have art blogs or social justice blogs or mere fandoms, but these users had nothing but ramblings in their posts. Things I can't remember really, but I do recall one of the bloggers making a post that said something like, 'What exactly happened at the factory? Is that where she was found?' I don't know. That post always stood out to me for some reason." The interesting thing about this girl's comment is that there's a theory surrounding the filming locations of these videos. A Reddit user from France said that if you look closely in the background of the industrial basement area for which the Legs videos were shot, one can see mattresses leaning against the walls. This has struck another theory that perhaps Mrfriend123 is an employee in a mattress factory or is exploring an abandoned mill. There have been numerous testimonials besides this feminist justice blogger that confirm that there were in fact mutual followers of Mrfriend123. Another Tumblr user has commented that he remembers these specific blogs were blank, with no profile pictures, and had nothing really that interesting. However, he does remember that one of the site's users had a rather disturbing bio that read, "I have pleasured all my pain away." There's even one story where the bloggers communicated back and forth between text posts, but the content of their conversations made absolutely no sense. But just like Mrfriend123, these accounts diminished, and there's no visual proof of their existence. This opens a gate of other questions that cannot be answered, such as, who were these people? Were they directly involved with this phenomenon? And what do they know about this? Many people on the internet speculate that these deleted bloggers were the masked individuals who appeared in the videos. Another theory states that these were merely troll accounts perpetuated by Mrfriend123, and that they were all one person. If the latter is true, this means the terrifying blogger was actually managing multiple blogs and having conversations with himself. Could it be that bird, bag, and all the other people filmed have accounts? Or is this all a product of someone who suffers from a cyber-dissociative identity disorder? As of now, this is all we know.